Hello friends, so this is going to be a different type video. Before I get started, I used the NYX brow mascara for the first time today. I did use it in combination with a little bit of the e.l.f. Pencil, where I have a few spots that I have to fill in. But let me tell you that I think this cheese is awesome. So this is going to be, as you can see in the title, gosh, this is why I don't like having my hair in my face while I record. This is going to be books I have to read. I've been doing really well in the last couple of week or two, really getting back on reading. And I do have two books that are coming from the library on hold. One is Nice is Someplace in France by the Betches, and their new book's coming out soon. My friend just purchased that book, but she hasn't read it yet, and it's probably going to take her a really long time to read it. And I was looking at it at her house, and it looks hilarious. So I got it from my local library. And also The Glitter Plan, which is a book about how the brand Juicy Couture got started with only $200. So both of those I'm going to be reading. I've been trying to stay away from the library, only if it's books like that I want to read. I don't want to spend money on because they're new. I'm not going to find at a book sale. That's the only time, so that's what I've been doing. But I was about to kind of look at the books that I had, because tomorrow I'm going to 3 book sales, and kind of pick a book that I was going to start next or something. And I decided, why don't I just film all the books I have to read. So here we go. We're just going to get started. It also will give you an idea of the wide range of stuff that I read, and maybe also give you an idea of things that you might want to read and jot down yourself. So this book I got at a book sale. It still has the dollar sticker. Usually I don't pay $1 for a paperback at a book sale, but this is Haunted America. I love the armchair reader books. And I really do like reading haunted stuff. I just haven't in a while. And this is something you could pick up and put down. It's just, if you ever read The Bathroom Reader, it's just a few pages and then it's something different. So this is a wonker of a book, but like I said, this is something I could pick up, put down. This is something fun to read, on the beach. That's what I like to read, is non-fiction-y stuff, not necessarily a story. This book's in rough shape, but this is Marie Antoinette. And I haven't really read much about her. This is a really in-depth book. I really want to get into it, but I'm just not kind of in that mode right now. And it's by Antonia Fraser, who I've read other historical fiction from in the past. She's amazing. I'm just not in the mood for this right now. I'll most likely read this at some point. If not, I'll declutter it. But this book is something, I forget where I got this book. I really have wanted to read this too, but once again, it's kind of another thing that I haven't been in the mood to read. It's The Beautiful and Damned by F. Scott Fitzgerald. And it's about pretty much, he marries the girl of his dreams, and it's set in Jazz Age, New York. And it says, the novel chronicles the relationship of Anthony Patch, a Harvard-educated writer, and his beautiful young wife, Gloria. While they wait for Anthony's grandfather to die and passes millions on to them, the young couple enjoys an endless string of parties, traveling, and extravagance. It says, the chronicle of a dying marriage and a society in which beauty is all too fleeting. This book sounds amazing. I really can't wait to read it. This was first published... Where is it? It's definitely not 2005. Oh, 1922. So this was written during the jazz era. So once again, that's something that I really want to read. This is something I got. I didn't pay $5.98. I think I might have got this. Oh, I think I got this at the dollar store. And it's The Gin Lovers. Once again, if you can't see a theme, this is 1925. It's Flapper era. I love reading Flapper era. Kind of with flappers, jazz music, women coming up and trying to stand out on their own in a society, in a world where they're not supposed to be independent. Socialites, kind of the media is evolving. It's very monopolized. Sorry, I'm having the start of bronchitis. But this focuses on a socialite in the scandalous Flapper Revolution, and her sister, her mother, and trying to, what is it? Oh, and she meets a handsome and mysterious stranger who she imagines is as confident as in the bedroom as he is behind the bar of his forbidden speakeasy. So this book looks really awesome as well. This is something I wouldn't mind reading on the beach, but another one, Jackie O. I showed this. This is a Dollar Tree book. It's inspired by a letter in the JFK library written by Jackie revealing her job offer from the CIA, where supposedly she was asked to go to Cuba to spy on Fidel Castro. So this is something I want to read soon. When I have this really short bookshelf, I don't keep a lot of the books I read. I just read so much, and I only keep very, very few. I pass them on or I donate them. So what I do is I kind of stagger them. So towards the front of the bookshelf where I can see, I put the ones that I kind of want to read the most, like next. So I'm going to put that in that pile. All right. So I read Matched a long time ago, and I have crossed and reached to read. I went to start reading Crossed, and then I got something else. Yeah, I'm like, here, I'm going to have to restart it. But this is an amazing series. I've heard it finishes off really well. I got this for a quarter at a book sale, and this for 50 cents or $1 at a Goodwill. So, as I see series that I know I have to finish, I just grab. So that reminds me that I don't need those. This, I got at a book sale for $1. This is books 7 through 9 of the Soul Screamer series, which is a vampire series. I am going to have to read the summaries of the first 6 books to remind myself where I'm at. I absolutely love this series. I just haven't been in the mood to read about vampires, which is what I used to read majority of the time. But this is something, of course, I'm going to finish. It's just not a priority. And then in going with the vampires, I still have to finish Daylighters by Rachel Caine, which is the Morganville Vampires series. I think this is like book 13 or something, or 15. I don't know if there's any more after this, but I have this to read as well, so a bunch of series I have to finish up. Speaking of another series, I read Cinder, so here's Scarlet, and there's another one after this. So this is another series that I need to finish up. Terrible. This I'll read relatively soon. I got this at the Dollar Tree. It's the Cosmo Bikini Diet. No, I don't want to be in a bikini. But believe it or not, when I was scanning through this book, it has a lot of really interesting recipes, diet tips, and stuff like that. I was actually really surprised. I thought I was going to be shallow. I know that's really mean to say, because I love reading Cosmo. I mean, it's fun. It's guilty pleasure. But this book is awesome. So if you're into health and you're trying to maybe come up with new ideas of things to eat or new tips or different things and you're trying to get fit, I like getting these kind of books because every book tells you different things, and I pull things from all of them and incorporated it into my own weight loss regimen. And this is a great deal for $1. So this is going to be something in my read soon pile. This I got from a bag sale. It's The Ladies of the River by Philippa Gregory. This is another historical fiction author. I love her. This one is based on Joan of Arc and a woman accused of witchcraft. So that will be really interesting. This, another book that I got from book sale, or a bag sale, Tempted by Trouble by Eric Jerome Dickey. If you're not familiar, it's like urban fiction. I believe this is set in Detroit. Yes, I grew up in Detroit, so it's like gangs, mafias, drugs, violent, like all that kind of fast life. So this is going to be something I want to read soon because I tend to read really fast through books like that. I used to love the Shopaholic series. I don't think I read this. No, I really don't think I did. So I got this from a bag sale too, which I was $3 to fill an entire large paper bag. So I just started throwing things that I know I hadn't read. So this is Shopaholic and Sister. I have to finish this series. And I'll probably read this relatively soon, so I'll put it on that pile as well. This is really helping me because I'm kind of prioritizing. This is The Immortals, another book that I picked up from that sale. And this talks about Jack, Robert Kennedy, and Marilyn Monroe's affair. I'm reading a Marilyn Monroe book right now. I've been kind of like putting it down and reading something else. It's called Goddess: The Secret Lives of Marilyn Monroe. The most in-depth book that I've ever read about her, and I've read so many. So once I finish that, then I'll want to dig into this relationship, which is the next part of the book that I'm about to read. This doesn't have a cover, but this is Catherine Stone's Rainbow. When I was younger, I loved reading Catherine Stone books. Her books are really interesting. Just a bunch of kind of like a few characters at a time, and it goes back and forth between those characters and how they all intertwine. They read really fast. I tell you, I used to read them so fast. I don't remember if I've read this one or not, but I'm going to put this on my to-read pile soon because I haven't read a book like that in a while. So, and then another book without a dust cover is White Oleander by Janet Finch. I haven't read this. Everybody loves this book. I'm not sure. I'm going to read more into what it's about and determine if I like this. If not, I will put it in my donate pile. This is a Dollar Tree book, another Marilyn book. My Week with Marilyn. I'm not going to read this anytime soon. I'm going to be sick of reading about her. This I'm going to donate. I was going to read this. I got this at a book sale. It's called The Elimination Diet. But I've since decided I'm not eliminating anything from my diet. I had a bunch of GI tests done. I do not have celiac, but I do have a dairy and a gluten sensitivity. But I don't have crazy symptoms that a lot of people do. So I got this when I thought I was going to have to eliminate a lot of those things. And I don't. So you know what? Now that I'm really looking at this, I think I'm going to keep it because it talks about other things that affect your gut. And I do have gastritis, which is inflammation in the stomach lining. I have holes in my stomach lining. It's crazy. So I'm going to keep this. 2 books. I have A Lion Among Men and Out of Oz. I don't know if my mom have either of these. I have to ask her. She was collecting these. I don't think she's read them. But I got these for like nothing. 50 cents or even $1, maybe less. And I tried to read Wicked and I couldn't read it because of the different... This is going to sound really stupid, but the names of the characters were so hard to remember that when they kept mentioning a character, I couldn't remember who they were. I couldn't follow the story. So, I do love Wizard of Oz. I was born on Judy Garland's birthday. And then this Lion one is volume 3. And, this is an advanced reader's copy. I didn't even know that. Okay, so this is the third one, Wicked, Son of a Witch, and then A Lion Among Men. So that's why I grabbed it, because my mom might want it. Couple left. The next is The Beauty Detox Solution, something I'm going to read relatively soon. Once again, I like to read these kind of non-fiction-y books in between other books. And of course, this is just celebrity nutritionist and beauty expert helps A-list stars get red carpet ready. She's discovered that what you eat is the ultimate beauty product, and she's developed a program that rids the body of toxins so you can look and feel your best. So she had 2 other books that I've read, really interesting. And then I just have this pop culture encyclopedia. It's just a bunch of different things. It's an encyclopedia of pop culture. So Betty White, E.B. White, White Castle, Robin Williams, and I like reading stuff like that. And then I have O's Guide to Life, which I just got in that bag sale as well. It's just a bunch of magazine articles from her magazine. I think I've read this once before, but I like reading stuff like that on the beach. And then last thing was a gift, and this is Marilyn in words, music, and pictures, and it's 20 of her greatest recordings, and just a little book about her. So those are all the books I have. It is quite a bit, maybe not as much as some people have to read. But I know I'm going to be getting a bunch tomorrow, but that's okay. I'm going to be really choosy. I've noticed that I don't want to waste buying things. I mean, it's a donation to a place, so I don't care that I'm going to get rid of some of them if I don't want them. But I just don't want to waste space and keep them and then not see the one that I really wanted to read, if that makes sense, on my shelf. and I just don't like clutter. So that is my very long books I have to read. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you're a reader, maybe it gave you a few ideas of things to write down to check out at your library or to purchase online. I used to buy books on Heft.com, and I used to buy them very, very cheap. If you buy them from the same seller, you can save majorly on shipping. So it's very affordable, and you can get many books for like $1 or $2 a piece. So I hope you guys are enjoying reading. I believe I'm close to 30 books for the year, so I'm really proud of myself. I will talk to you guys later. Bye. And maybe I should shut this off before I try to close it. Bye.